Good evening again. Thank you for having me. There's no doubt that the Israeli occupation, and since it's the aggression against the Palestinian people, targeting civilians throughout Gaza, none of the governorates of Gaza were not being targeted in a crazy manner on daily basis. So there are massacres on the governorate of Gaza. No less than 43,000 martyrs of Palestinian and more than 150,000 wounded. All of the martyrs and the injured from civilians, whether they are elderly citizens and women and children, as it is a mass genocide for all the people in Gaza Strip. The target in their majorities in the shelter or taking the hospitals as shelter, so they're targeting all the Gaza Strip, the Palestinian citizens, and there's no justifications whatsoever what the occupied forces are doing, but is just doing a mass genocide for the Palestinian people. These great numbers of casualties and martyrs, the vast majority from civilians, and whether they are the children that reached since the 8th of October till today, there have been martyred no less than 10,000 child and 5,000 women, in addition to the elderly citizen people. Therefore, their majority from the civilians, Palestinian, and from civilians that they are taken in the shelter centers or hospitals, or they are in their homes. Therefore, they targeting directly the Palestinian civilian people, inhabitant in Gaza Strip or in the areas that the occupation forces proclaim the Palestinian to go there as they are the safe point, and then do the bombardment. 100,000 martyred up till now. Medical services weren't provided as a result of targeting the hospitals in the Gaza Strip that are in servers around 120 hospitals in the Gaza Strip, and all the health sector was in servers through the direct bombardment from the Israeli aircraft and from the army of the occupied occupation since the 7th of October till now.
Well, sir, according to
طبقا سيدي
just to add to this, can we talk about the medical sources? They spoke about the idea of the Israeli attacks leaving, many Palestinians dead or injured. While most, if not all, of the Gaza Strip had been forcibly evacuated from their homes and are now lacking shelter, what does this escalation say about the Israeli intentions when it comes to Gaza? And how should the international community respond to these violations of the international law, since it's been a year and there's been a very little response?
In true, the Israeli occupation through targeting the civilians or the hospitals, not to have any form of life in the Gaza Strip, and the main goal is genocide and displacing the people and making the Gaza Strip unlivable. That has been taking place on a daily basis and demanded for the international institutions, and as the report issued by them, talking about that the Israeli occupation on a daily basis is doing massacres and violating the international human law. And agencies of the United Nations, in particular the UNRWA or the General Commissioner of the United Nations, has quoted that 90% of the people in the Gaza Strip have no food security at all, and thousands are exposed to martyrdom. As a result of the in-service hospitals, in addition to hindering the entry of the human aids and the absolute besieged, as well as restraints by Israel of entering the humanitarian aid since the 8th of October till now. The United Nations is talking daily to practice pressure on the Israeli side to enter the aids and the medical supplies for the provision of the treatment to the injured Palestinian people. And as a result, thousands of them were falling down. In addition, the bombardment and attacking the medical crews of the Gaza Strip. Around 25 medical doctors were fell down, and more than 100 were detained by the Israeli forces. And I think that the Gaza Strip is exposed for the dissemination of diseases of life-threatening as a result of the destruction of the infrastructure and the dissemination of pandemic, as a result of the pollutions, as a result of the bombardment and the non-availability of the clean water, and what the Israeli forces is doing through the destruction of the infrastructures of Gaza Strip that threaten the mass killing for the Palestinian people as civilian within the Gaza Strip.